Hey, ain't you kind of boy KT?
Oh, what's up? You looking for me? Hey, what's up with the Coyote gang? Oh! Hey, y'all don't know what it is. Y'all already know who it is. You know what I'm saying? Boy, Coyote boy KT now. Hey, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you better. Check it out. 17. Hey, what's going on with the YouTube? What's good? What's good? You know what I'm saying? You see your boy back on that camera, man. So y'all already know we about to get to some action. I got my boy OG Duran right here.
Yes, sir.
Y'all ain't seen him in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But y'all see we got Air Mac, got the hood up, ready to go right now. But what we finna do is we finna work on this side of the valve cover right here. We're about to pull this valve cover off and get to the VVT sensors. There's 2 on each side, on bank 1 and bank 2. We have to change out these 2 right here, and pretty much what's happening is as I come to a hard stop or decelerate, the car jerks and sometimes shuts off. And also when I'm sitting at a dead stop at like a red light or a stop sign, or you know, I'm about to race, whatever I'm about to do from a dead stop, and I'm about to push the gas pedal, the car sometimes shutter and jerks and also shuts off. But as long as I'm moving, the car works absolutely fine. And pretty much the variable valve timing sensor is one of the culprits. It could be the sensor, it could be bad wiring. It could also be the actual cam sprocket that goes right here, or the phaser that actually goes right there. Sometimes if they're damaged, this will cause that. But my car is bringing up a P0012 code, and let me show you what I'm talking about. Get to the car. I'm in the car now. I'm gonna put this air off. Right now, my engage also let's go. Read codes. You see P0012, camshaft position, timing over retard. And which is, if you put P0012, that's gonna come up as bank 1, which is on the passenger side on these Gen 3 Coyotes. And it can differ from car to car, just depending on what side your bank is on, whether you're in a 6 or 8, or of course, you know what I'm saying, if you're in a 4-cylinder, then you only got 1 bank. But you can see that's it right there. Let me get back out. I haven't seen a lot of videos that detail this pretty much down to the science, and that's what we're about to do. The first thing he's going to do is he's going to take this strut brace off, or tower brace off, and then he's going to take off the battery. He's been wanting to do this for a little bit, so I'm going to stand back and just be the film guy today and help a little. All right, you guys, so we got the coil and all the coil packs out. We got most of the wiring undid. Now what he's doing now is working on this fuel regulator right here. Trying to see if we can get this out, and then that'll be one of the last things besides taking the bolts out the valve cover before it comes up. So I'm gonna let him work on getting this out of here, and we on to the next. Guys, so we got the valve cover almost off. Just got to finish unbottling some of these wires right here in the front, and we will expose the VVT sensors, or oil sensors as we like to call them as well. This is the sensor right here that's causing all this issue right here. We got the valve cover slightly up. I'm guessing the Gen 3 Coyotes are different from the Gen 2, because in the Gen 2 these sensors sit side by side on both of the cams, but this one just has one on this side. So we're going to change this. We look back there and there's no sensor coming out the opposite way, so it's just this one right here. So I'm guessing it has one per side on this one, unlike the Gen 2 that have 2. So we're gonna change this one out, and hopefully this clears the issue I've been having with the drivability. Like I said, with me coming to a fast stop, or me trying to accelerate quick, or just sitting in the idle, just been all over the place. And sometimes, like I said, the vehicle will shut off even if I'm just sitting still. All right, so he's loosening up the 2 8mm screws that go on the VVT sensors. But be sure to be real careful, because you don't want to drop a bolt up in this goddamn old motor, or you're gonna have a night on you.
Oh God.
But once we get it off, I'll show you what it looks like entirely.
Okay.
All right, you guys, so this is the new VVT sensor right here. Has this little pin that goes right here that kind of pokes in and out, that goes inside the cam phaser right here in the front. And then the old one was kind of loose, so it kind of had a little play in it, so it was probably worn out, which might be one of the signs that it was bad. So this one is the new one. So we're gonna get this down off in here. Also be mindful, there are some little bolt, I guess little clips they're supposed to come out the bolt. Sometimes when they don't, it's because they're still stuck in the block, like this one right here. So be careful. You do not, I'm telling you, you do not want to drop that in there. So we're finna try to get this new sensor on here, and then go back on with everything as we took it off. We have the VVT sensor in there, so now he's starting with the valve cover bolts. We checked around the edge of the motor to make sure we didn't have any broken off gasket, and pretty much the engine is clean, since the motor really doesn't have even 60,000 miles on the chair, so it's relatively still clean. Gasket is still intact. So, like I said, he's gonna start with the valve cover bolts, but when you get ready to tighten them down, you're gonna start from the middle. You're gonna go like in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the back, 7, 8 to the front, and just keep going back to front. You don't want to just go all the way around in a circle, because you want it to seat properly. Alright, you guys, so we got everything plugged back up, so we're gonna check and make sure it's not leaking fuel or oil, and I might also come back in the morning and check when the sunlight comes back up. But right now I'm about to delete the code. I'm about to go to clear. Is the key on? Yes, the key is on the on position. Clear all. It says no DTCs. So now the computer is clear. So now we're about to start the vehicle up and see how it sounds. Check around the valve cover to make sure we're not leaking anything. with you guys. So the car's back together right now. I'm test driving. I'm at a stop right now, and as you can see, it's not rumbling and tumbling. And hey, I got my boy OG son with me. What's up, man?
What's good?
What's good? Tell me your name.
Jeremiah.
Got my boy Jeremiah with me, man. We finna cruise through the city. It's a new day, so we're gonna just test the car out and make sure it's not hesitating and stumbling and shutting off as it was before we changed out the sensor. So far, so good. Hey, what a day. It's every day, all day. It's more than the game. We are packed. So till then, y'all know what's fun.